What is culture shock? Culture shock refers to feelings of uncertainty, confusion, or anxiety that people may experience when moving to a new country or experiencing a new culture or surroundings. This cultural adjustment is normal and is the result of being in an unfamiliar environment.
I want to share some interesting stories that I have about culture shock. You know that I'm a person who really likes to travel and visit different places. And one of the most challenging things for me as a traveler is going to Asian countries, Middle East countries. I remember that once in, for example, Egypt, I was at the hotel, coming from a trip, and I was supposed to hug the receptionist, who was a woman. You know that in those countries, physical touch is not actually something that people like. So she was like very afraid when I was about to hug her, to be a little bit more welcome, and I just wanted to be a little bit friendly. And she was like very terrified when I tried to hug her. That was a very funny story. She was like, no hugs in Egypt. So it was very, very funny at the end, but I felt very embarrassed too. Also, I remember, very recently I went to India in January, and India is a place of contrast and culture shock everywhere, every time. In every experience, in every food, in every contact with people, you experience a different sensation, because people are very different there. And something that was very shocking for me was food, for example. I remember that I actually lost some weight because that they are vegetarian and they don't eat meat. So it was very hard for me to find meat. There is no meat anywhere, actually. So I started to lose some weight. In the first week, I lost like 3 kilos, and I was really sick and tired of the food. At the very beginning, I liked it, but later, it was not something that I really enjoyed, especially because, there's a lot of different flavors, and it's something that you're not used to. Actually, I got sick. In the second week, I got pretty sick with a very strong stomachache. I was losing weight, and I really didn't want to try more Indian food. And I got very, very tired of the food. And also people, the thing with Indian people is like they see tourists like, people they can actually steal from, because everything is about the money. They always want to charge you for everything. So they see a tourist and they think about money. That's the first thing that comes to their minds. And it's very shocking because you are always afraid that they want to take something from you, that they want to steal you, or that they just want to take advantage of you as a tourist. So we have to be very careful when we go to those places, right? India is a place that is not for everybody. You have to be very open-minded to see that it's a totally different world. And people are nice, but at the end, they're always looking for something else. They're looking for money, basically. So they show themselves as friendly people, welcoming, warm, and at the end, they always asking for money. So it's something that I really didn't like about them, but the place is beautiful. It's a place that I want to visit again, and so many different stories that I can tell you about. Sometimes you feel a little scared because there is the second most populated country in the world, so you can see people everywhere. It's not like in Costa Rica that it's not that common to see so many people in the streets. So it's very, very shocking, to see, for example, only men working. You don't see women in the stores and in restaurants. It's male-conducted society, actually. So it was very different for me when I was there. But definitely it's a place that I tell people that they should go, definitely. So Middle East countries are very different. It's something that you need to be very, very open to enjoy the culture, the place, the food, the way people behave. So if you're not that open, you're not going to have a very pleasant experience. So you have to be like, okay, this is India, this is Egypt, this is Morocco, for example. So those countries really bring a lot of challenging experiences as a tourist. So you have to read about the countries, you have to understand how culture is there. So culture shock is not that strong. So those are some pieces of advice that I can give you about my different experiences in Asian countries, and I hope that you can enjoy them. And if you have the chance, go there because it's something that you're really going to enjoy if you are prepared. Thank you.